Good morning, everyone. We're about to bring you the latest COVID-19 UAE updates. However, if you found this podcast through an article, which so many of you are doing, please hit that subscribe button wherever you get your podcasts so you can get your Dubai news daily. Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all the trending stories that everyone in Dubai is talking about today. What a show we have planned for you. We're talking about all of the things, sophisticated hacking scams in the UAE. We've all been felt by it, but there's an Emirati blogger who shared her story, so we're going to talk about that. We're also talking about the Expo 2020 opening, headlining acts. Some big names are coming to Dubai before the end of the month. Very, very exciting. And also we have Christelle Bashara in studio talking all things NFT for artists, which is as confusing as it sounds, but hopefully we're going to learn a little bit more about it when she joins us.
Yes, and we'll be talking about Majid Al Futtaim introducing 3,000 plus jobs for Emiratis, as well as the latest Indian movie Bell Bottom that shows Dubai Dubai back in 1984. And shows scenes of the hijacking situation that happened back then with the Indian Airlines. So, I mean, a lot of exciting visuals from that movie that we'll be getting into much later.
It does not stop, guys. It just does not stop in this city. Where else it's not stopping? I feel like it's been like non-stop in terms of award seasons in the States. We had the Met Gala. We, of course, had the VMAs. So Met Gala fashion, VMAs music. Right now, or just finished, is the Emmys, which is like the big TV awards, basically. So like all of the TV stuff that we've been binging on. And I feel like we're really into our TV shows, right? You have Netflix, OSN, Amazon Prime, Apple.
Yes.
First of all, what do you watch and where are you watching the Emmys? Because the awards are in, and do we have thoughts?
I'm so excited for all the shows coming out, and I completely forgot about the Crown and the Queen's Gambit. Like completely forgot about that.
The Queen's Gambit was so good. That was a Christmas show I got into at Christmas time.
Princess Diana's portrayal and the first 2 seasons with Claire Foy, she was amazing as Queen Elizabeth. Like absolutely nailed it. And they won as well for best drama.
Best drama. Interesting. That's obviously one of the biggies. The Crown took away that, and I think also the actress Olivia Colman, she became the second Crown actress to win for her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth II. I think they're fantastic.
Oh, so good. I mean, personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of Olivia Colman. I really liked Claire Foy and Princess Diana, who the actress who played her. And I feel Prince Charles is portrayed as such a, like a victim of circumstances on the show.
Oh, really?
That's what I feel. Like he's just always like, that, oh, poor thing. Like just his expression on the show.
Really? No. Sorry, well, when I say Olivia Colman, I actually haven't seen The Crown, that series, but I've seen her in other things. I just love her. Okay. But no, so Prince Charles is a victim. Interesting.
Like just the way they portray him, you just feel like, oh my God, I mean, once you see the show, you really understand both the sides. You see, because all this while we follow Princess Diana's story, Princess Diana's struggles, and in the show, I feel like it's very favorable to the royals, and they kind of like show Prince Charles in the way that Diana takes away his light and how it affects him, and that's why it gets so bitter in their relationship. So.
Interesting. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought the Crown or the actual Crown, the British monarchy don't like the portrayal in The Crown because they say it's not actual fact-based. So therefore, when I'm watching it, I feel like I'm watching I watched the first season, I feel like I'm watching a documentary, and I'm like, now I know all the stuff about the monarchy. And then they're like, that didn't happen. But you're Googling it because I think some of the big events did in fact happen. But I guess all of the emotional drama is really just for TV.
It is ridiculous. I showed The Crown to my sister, like the way, the resemblance between Princess Diana towards, in the very latest season and the actual events, it's uncanny. The resemblance, at one point, you'll just be like, am I watching Princess Diana or the actress? It's, I don't know, really good. But
I can't get enough of her, though. Just like everything Princess Diana related I could watch.
Oh, she's incredible. But I was going to say, if I were the royals, I wouldn't complain because they don't show them in a negative light at all throughout the entire series.
Well, if people are thinking something isn't factual, something is factual. So it's like you probably want to set the record straight, but they don't really have the outlet to set the record straight because they're meant to, they're mainly silent parties. Anyway, a best drama series win for The Crown. That's what he said. creative liberty. Ted Lasso, by the way, was named Best Comedy Actor. That's Jason Sudeikis. I actually haven't heard of Ted Lasso. I haven't watched it, but I see, or Ted Lasso, I see people sharing stories about it and stuff. So it's kind of like, it was the unexpected one that got a lot of awards. It's about an American football coach. It's meant to be quite funny. So if you're looking for something new to watch, thank you, Emmys. That's going to be my weekend plan.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Thoughts on this? Have you seen any of these shows? Have you seen The Queen's Gambit, The Crown? Were you watching the Emmys? Is this something we should talk about every year?
Were you? How was the fashion?
How was the fashion? And the fact that it was all indoors. We'll move on to the top stories in a second. But it was all indoors for, I think, one of the first awards we saw. What is his name? One of the hosts who was introducing one of the segments, he came out and he was like, I've literally been sanitizing grocery bags for a year and a half, and now I'm in this like enclosed environment. That's gone viral, but it was very funny. But he obviously they're all vaccinated to get in. Anyway, let's jump into our top stories. Interesting. We want to get your thoughts on hackers. First of all, have you been affected by a hacker or a scammer in the UAE? If so, let us know your stories, because we feel like we're getting a lot of DMs. It's happened to us here in the office. And we have one more story about a Dubai blogger. Her Instagram got hacked by a sophisticated scam. So it was dead end after dead end with getting her Instagram back. She was blocked out of it until Dubai police got involved.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Dubai police. Ashley is an Emirati Mexican blogger. Her Instagram, got hacked for 3 weeks. And because her Facebook and Instagram were connected, then that was hacked as well. So the scammer was actually assuming her identity, messaging people, and attempting to scam her followers. Which basically means trying to export money and also more information from them.
Now, you may wonder, how did she get hacked? Now, Ashley got a DM from a friend asking for her phone number, and seems pretty innocent. The friend says that they'll send Ashley an SMS with a code because she's being entered into a competition, something along those lines. And long story short, a code and URL were sent back and forth. Now, fast forward a couple of DMs, Ashley was locked out of her account altogether, and the scammer then changed the password, email, and phone number that were used in the double-factor authentication. So that's basically what happened, and then she lost access to her account altogether. And then the hacker went on to scam others via her account.
It's just crazy that they're using these really sophisticated methods to hack your accounts, which you think are your kind of personal profiles, but it seems they're quite easy to get into. But what Ashley has done, which I think is super cool, is if you go onto her highlights on Instagram, the Mirage edit, she's given you and outlined different ways that people are scamming. And she basically said that it was so real. It was like, you get a message from a friend and they're like, hey, what's your number again? So she was like, this is my number. And then they're like, oh, by the way, I'm like entering this competition. I need your help. Do you mind? And she's like, no problem. And we literally at Lovin Dubai, we had a similar hack, not on Instagram, but via email, which I know is very common in the UAE because I've seen other people sharing information about it, that are interns and new staff, which I don't know how the hackers know that they're interns and new staff, have been getting emails from our CEO, really abrupt at 6 a.m, being like, hey, I need your help on something.
Yeah.
And you're new to the company and you're like, what do you need? Yeah. And then the CEO's like, go and buy me some iTunes vouchers.
I mean, if the CEO emails you to
do
anything, you do it.
But the thing is, like, let's say, for example, you might question it when it's like, go and buy some vouchers. But if it's at 6 a.m. and they're very abrupt, like we shared the emails before, it's very like, I just need this before 9 if you can sort that out. And you're not thinking, it's early in the morning, you have a couple of things on your mind, so you go out and you do it. And they are just so intelligent with their short and snappy emails. Like they don't provide more information. They're like, I'm only available on email, so therefore if you're considering WhatsApping them for more questions, you don't do it. So this is one scam. The email is another one. It's just common. So please be as vigilant as you possibly can. Do not give your personal details. If you get a DM from Instagram, which is another one that Ashley shared, Instagram are not DMing you. They're not asking you for more information with a compulsory email /email.com email. Check the domain. If the domain is Instagram, then fine. But if it's anything else, that's your key to know that it's a scam. Like there's all these, so many, like Taz, the one on email, when she got an email being like, your Namshi order, your whatever Amazon order is coming. but you need to pay the 7 dirham fine, this 7 dirham packaging. So she goes in to pay the 7 dirham, and it was a lot more. It was hundreds. They took hundreds from her, and it's really hard to get that back. Like Dubai police are doing all that they can. It's incredible that Ashley got hers back, but they can't work on all of these. Like there's a lot going through these phishing scams. So. For sure.
And then speaking of Instagram, even we have so many duplicate Instagram accounts that claim to be Lovin Dubai and pass on the prizes and go like, okay, you've won a competition with Lovin Dubai, but this is where you collect your prize and in your emails and in your phone numbers and in your bank details. But we would never ask you for your bank details, nor would any organization, like legitimate organization, would ask you for your bank details. So please be very careful online when you're sharing any information. Not even your bank asks you for your personal details. So
especially not on Instagram.
Not on Instagram. And yeah, please be careful of the phone calls as well, because I know your mom received a phone call.
Yeah, we've all gotten phone calls too. And my mom was there, you know, she had her own banking issues, so she was like, oh, you're trying to help me, on the phone to him for hours. She thought she'd won a competition. I think at one, but she actually gave her bank details over the phone, but luckily it was like her Irish account and they weren't able to take money out of it. But she's the vulnerable person at the end of the phone who is like a little bit nervous, needs help. There's someone helping her and who's going to chat to her for an hour. So she's like, okay, chat. Anyway, be vigilant, people. Be vigilant.
Love your mom. She's so cute. Thank you. We're moving on to UAE jobs now. You guys will be excited to know, locals will be excited to know, 3,000 locals to be hired at Majid Al Futtaim for desirable positions. Now, the UAE is back to recruiting in full swing, from Emirates announcing 3,500 new vacancies to major updates for locals in the country. Now, it's a good time to be a UAE resident and citizen. Now, in an announcement made over the weekend, it was made public that Majid Al Futtaim will be given priority in government contracts and will work to create desirable job opportunities for the Emirati workforce and attract the youth and all of that. Now, this move comes as a part of the Federal Talent Enhancement Program, NAFIS, an initiative aiming to encourage 75,000 Emiratis to work in the private sector in the next 5 years. Now, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, tweeted saying, Brother Majid Al Futtaim announced today the provision of 3,000 jobs for citizens. He has our thanks and appreciation. Now, Alain Brejani, CEO of Majid Al Futtaim, said the Nafis program will make careers in the private sector even more attractive to young Emiratis whose contributions and are crucial to the building of a sustainable future.
Like, it's literally just fantastic what they're doing. He also added that employing local talent is a priority at Majid Al Futtaim, and we view it as a competitive advantage that is integral to our long-term success. We are proud to support the UAE government's vision to build the region's most competitive economy. So, if you are a UAE national and you're looking to apply for MAF positions onto the NAFIS program, you can check it out already. It's already there for you at majidalfuttaim.com. This is, as we know, all part of the 24 billion package outlined last week to encourage Emiratis to join the private sector. This is just one teeny tiny thing that's happening, but incredible. So Emiratis, if you're looking to join the private sector workforce, there you go.
I love it. The amount this country does for its residents and citizens, and now like it's done a lot for the residents, the stimulus packages and just the whole investment schemes and a business, like making it easier to open your business here. Now they're moving on to taking care of its citizens, to ensuring that everyone is taking the right foot into their future, is taking the right step into their future, working in good sectors, good positions. Because if your country doesn't look after its own people, like who will?
100%.
Taking care of its own citizens should always be priority, like it is for the UAE.
100%. And just in general, like, I love living here, and I feel so fortunate to have the opportunities and benefits here in the UAE. Now, I feel like so many residents feel the same. Yeah, this is just another great news. However, if you are a resident looking for work, as we reported yesterday, Emirates have also announced 3,500 new jobs for cabin crew and also in the operational team here in Dubai. So if you want a job and you want to work for Emirates, get onto emiratesgroupcareers.com.
Or get onto our website where we have all the information.
They're going to say where we're hiring. I was like, are we hiring, Sifrid?
Hopefully not. Just send in your CVs anyway. But if you guys want more information on anything that we speak on the show, it's all there on our lovindubai.com website.
Let's move on to something that we shared on Instagram yesterday. As you know, Expo 2020 Dubai opening ceremony is happening. The lineup has been announced, and as part of it, none other than Andrea Bocelli and Ellie Goulding will perform as part of the incredible lineup of international but also regional and homegrown talent set to perform at Expo 2020's opening ceremony taking place in the iconic Al Wasa Plaza on 30th of September. And we know people are pumped. So last night it was announced Andrea Bocelli, Andrea Day, Ellie Goulding, Lang Lang, and Angelique Kidjo will open Expo. So, of course, as well as that, there's regional talent, including Mohammed Abdo, Ahlam Al Shamsi, and Hussein Al Jassimi. All very well known regional talent will also be there alongside the international stars.
And viewers can also expect stunning visuals, music, and performances as some of the world's most creative minds, internationally renowned artists, and emerging talents come together in a dazzling, groundbreaking performance that will be shared with audiences around the world.
Yes, it is, because I wasn't aware of this until last night, but we can actually watch the opening ceremony. So if you can't go there, you can watch it from home. So what they're going to do is it's available to watch on Expo TV and Virtual Expo, and also as well as that will be broadcast to millions of viewers across multiple channels. So stay tuned. But Expo TV is a channel on YouTube. So if you want to watch it from home, guys, imagine like the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Imagine the opening ceremony of like anything big. I just am so excited for September 30 to like Expo 2020 Dubai. They have taken the Expo and they have just gone like it's exploded. It's bigger than it's ever been before. The scale of what they've done is just to show what a kind of incredibly innovative city that we're living in. And you know that September 30 is going to be as exciting as we could possibly imagine. Like I really feel like they're going to pull out all the stops. We've just had the headliners, big names, so I cannot wait to see kind of the stunning visual performances. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of UAE pride tracked in there. So that's, I think, something that I'm super excited about.
Honestly, it's going to be a show. It's going to be quite a show. Like Dubai, the UAE, we've been anticipating this for so long, 6 years now. So like you said, they will be pulling all stops, but I'm just so shook right now that they didn't invite us to perform. Oh, damn it. Andrea Bocelli, like
they've missed a trick there. They've really missed a trick there.
Do you want to sing one of his songs?
Do you want to sing one of his songs?
I think you will. It's time to.
It's time to say goodbye. I thought you were gonna.
Please stop.
I thought you were going to come in there. I thought that was it. I thought that was a thing. Okay, we won't be there. You're welcome. But you can watch it on Expo TV, which is on YouTube, a channel there. And they actually have this little thing. It says live in 9 days, September 30, 12 a.m. Do not miss it.
That is incredible. I didn't know that was there. So for me, this is new information. I love it.
Now you know.
Now I know. But moving on, the latest Indian movie to have hit theaters, Bell Bottom, shows what Dubai was like 37 years ago, and it's eerily close to reality. Now starring Akshay Kumar, Huma Qureshi, Vani Kapoor, Denzel Smith, and Kavi Raz, Bell Bottom is based on real-life hijacking events in India by extremist organizations during the 1980s, such as the Indian Airlines Flight 423, 405 and 421 hijackings, and one of which, IC 421, landed in Dubai back in August 1984 and saw an intense round of negotiations amongst the governments, Indian government, UAE government, and the hijackers. Now, the Akshay Kumar star shows Dubai and the UAE in the highest possible light, clearly saluting the UAE's ethos and value for human life, as well as commending the operations of the UAE's Defense Minister Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and his team. Now, chill-inducing dialogues such as "the innocent are never killed and culprits are never spared" in the UAE paint Dubai in a generous color throughout the film, and actors could be seen dressed in 1980s versions of the Dubai police uniform and pulling up in classic 1984 Mercedes-Benz cop cars.
So cool.
And in the pictures, the visuals from the like the old cars and old stuff, you can see Al Shurti printed in white in the cars.
Okay.
It's just really cool visuals and goes like, oh my god.
What's Al Shurti?
Al Shurti, it means the police in Arabic.
Ah, okay.
You knew that. You didn't know that?
No, I know it.
Shurta? Because there
I had no idea.
Shurti. Okay. Got the point.
No, I had no idea.
But,
totally new information.
Shurta is police in Arabic.
Cool.
Shurta is policeman.
Shruti is policeman.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. New information.
Shilpa is the police.
I think Rich already knew this. He takes Arabic lessons, speaks Arabic now. Crazy. We are just following his footsteps.
Yeah, one word a month. No, but what's really cool is some of the visuals that you shared in your story yesterday. And this movie itself, like it's a hit Bollywood movie. It also shows a glimpse of what Dubai International Airport's duty free looked like 37 years ago. And let's say it's leveled up. The 2021 film got raging reviews already. And at Vijay Raj wrote, such an inspiring film. The film is basically a tribute to the unsung RAW heroes as they were never awarded due to privacy concerns. So it's actually a perfect to the storyline. Everything's equally distributed. There's a bit of action, a lot of suspense, as you can imagine, and also a bit of comedy. And I think it's going to reach a wide audience because I just want to see what Dubai was like 30 years ago. I think that's so interesting.
But it's so incredible in the movie, since like you can see like back in the days as well, the UAE had such value for human life, and that was so well portrayed in this movie. From the word go, they were just like talking about, okay, Dubai, the hijackers are going here because they know that they have, they know the ethics of this country, and that the government will definitely, like put human life on top of anything else. So it's like from the hijackers praising the UAE to the government to the diplomats, everyone just praises. And even when they're here and when they're in Dubai dealing with the hijackers, like the government helps so much, and they show all of this. And it's based on real facts. Not everything is factual, but it's just, it was so nice to see Dubai in the film.
Hijacking movies freak me out.
Oh,
to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just like, you watch like a couple when you're younger and then you're just like nervous about flying.
Yeah. And the turbulation, like so many flights. And like, did you ever before getting on a flight see visuals of the plane turning sideways? Just like, no? That was always freaky. Like, when it turns sideways, does everything fall? But surprisingly, nothing does.
Are you a comfortable flyer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ali, are you a comfortable flyer?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Okay.
What about you?
I'm probably fine. I have had moments that like, landing and taking off, you're like, how can they possibly do this? It's a huge weight. And like, how are they possibly going to get us all off the ground? Look, I'm not a scientist. I'm not an engineer. It just flabbergasts me every time. And then you go up and you're like, oh, and then it's so smooth. I think there used to be more turbulence when I was younger. I just remember when I was younger being more shook by it. But now, maybe it's just because I fly Emirates. And Emirates planes are Etihad, and their planes are just very... maybe it's because they're so big and I'm doing less kind of smaller flights, so therefore I'm not on a smaller plane.
And that's quite a flex, Casey.
I know.
Emirates Etihad.
Yeah, I'm UAE. I need to represent.
But I just gotta quickly add before, we move on. One of my friends, she's like one day, like a few years ago, she's like, I always thought when we take flights, the cargo follows on a flight behind the passenger flight. And I was like, huh.
Talk topic for another day. Things that you thought were true when you were younger but are actually not. Let's write that down. Guys, stay tuned. As I said earlier in the show, we're going to be joined by an award-winning artist, Christelle Bashara, who happens to be the first Arab female artist to go into the NFT world with her paintings. She's making waves in the world of cryptocurrency art sales globally. So stay tuned for that. She'll be with us right after this. Lovin Extra is here. This is the new membership, and while absolutely nothing changes for our readers, extra members get access to premium content, exclusive competitions, and first look for tickets and access to the coolest events across the city, and Lovin merch. If you subscribe right now, a very cool Lovin Red Eco Water bottle will be delivered to your door. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We are now joined by, the award-winning artist Christelle Bashara, who is also the first ever Arab female artist to get into the NFT world with her paintings, making waves in the world of cryptocurrency. Welcome to the Dubai show.
Hi, Casey.
How are you? Thank you for coming.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm excited to have you on the show because we had an interview before, but it was way back in COVID times, and it was on Zoom. You were talking to me from your studio.
Yes, and
times have changed.
Yes, I was working on my Psychomakia collection. So actually, I painted 26 paintings during the pandemic.
Wow.
For around 11 months, yeah.
non-stop. And since then, now you even have a show. So it was you had that time to, I guess, create.
Yes, to create, and I've done a dance of colors. It's now running in the DIFC until the end of September, and it has part of Psychomachia. Most of the paintings are also displayed there.
Interesting.
So with the Psychomachia and the traditional painting, I jumped into creating NFTs.
Yes.
Yes, and now this is another series which is Beauty in DeFi, and it's all around the crypto world and the language they have. So I created around, now I have 21 artworks listed on Foundation, and these are only available as NFTs.
Okay, you're going to have to take us way back because first of all, you're the first Arab female artist to do this. But we've talked a little bit about NFTs before, but I still think I need to understand them. So can you explain what an NFT actually is?
So the NFTs, I think of them as smart contracts, and every NFT, it represents a digital asset. So for example, I create digital art as well. Not only, I don't, so I paint with acrylic on canvas, and I also draw digitally, and I used to before print them on canvas to have something physical to show it to people. And somehow people would think that digital art is somehow less in value than the traditional paint. But with introducing NFTs early on, NFTs, they've been around for 2 years, 3 years. But then beginning of this year, there's a hype around NFTs. Artists started adopting this technology because we understood the benefit of NFTs. The NFTs are smart contracts, which give digital art, which usually is online. You can save it and it's replicable because it's digital. Now we can have a proof of ownership. So with this NFTs, think about it as a contract. It's a proof of ownership for any collector who wants to buy this digital art. So now this digital art is unique. So
and there's so much hype, really. Yes. So in terms of internationally, before you started doing it here, who started doing it big time internationally that got the hype kind of rolling? Do you think?
You know, it started with Beeple's artwork because Christie's auctioned it, and then it went.
Christie's auctioned an NFT.
Yes.
Okay.
And starting that, it was in February, and then the hype started. In March, I started listing my NFTs as well.
It was fast.
I was super fast. In February, actually, in December, I started researching NFTs and what this technology, gives and how I can adopt it. And I started accepting cryptocurrencies on my website as payment. So if anyone wants to buy any of my work, whether it was digital printed on canvas or acrylic on canvas, they can buy it with cryptocurrency.
And is there a lot of people who do that? Like, what's the kind of balance between paying cash, which obviously is the traditional way, or using crypto to buy?
So I have collectors who commissioned paintings, painted, but actually they paid fiat money, regular money, but they
What do you call it? Regular?
Fiat.
Fiat, is that regular money?
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Never heard that before, have you?
And
regular people's money.
Yeah. So I created NFTs. They wanted the NFT for this because it builds provenance. You have this token number. You see who created it, the date. So it's a proof of authenticity. It builds a provenance. They can list it again for selling. So if they sell it again, I get also royalty fees. So it's beneficial for both of us, for the collector and for the artist. It reserves our rights. We have royalty fees. Before we didn't have that with the traditional world in real life. So yeah, you were asking me. I have 21 artworks, NFTs. I sold 19 of them.
Wow.
The latest ones are now listed on Foundation. I listed them this week. But yes, whenever I just list one artwork, it sells within hours. So there's quite a hype around this, and because I'm using obviously it's my style. I'm an artist. I'm not just creating any design just to create NFTs. So I have a message behind my paintings, my artworks. These are digital. The physical token, if the collector wishes to have a physical token, I'm printing them on transparent acrylic sheet with a metal frame, so it's nice to hang. It's a trophy. Whoever comes in, they will know this is not a traditional painting. This is not, you know, it is an NFT. They will know it's an NFT, and this is what collectors are looking for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What about the digital world be friends with the art world? So I can see the benefits for you as to why you would jump into it, but is there kind of a traditional school of art thought that aren't kind of jumping onto the NFT bandwagon?
They have to. Eventually, they have to. It's not, you know, it's not a zero-sum game. There's no one's gonna win over someone. So they will both coexist. And eventually, a lot of galleries now are adopting creating NFTs, not even galleries, and then you have fashion designers, they are creating NFTs, and there are talks in science, medicine, creating NFTs. So it's not, the thing is, it's a new technology. This is the first stage, it's the beginning of this, and it is like digital art. It works for us, so this is like we needed this, you know. We didn't have a market before to sell our work. No one can own a digital art before. Now they can. So this is a first for us. This is why we adopted it quickly as artists, as digital art. It was needed, but eventually I think NFTs will be for any other asset, not just art, you know. It's
interesting. So it's the future. So if we're finding it confusing now, we need to get on that train. Talk to us a little bit about your art, because I know we've spoken before about the messages, and with A Dance of Color, which is showing now, what is the inspiration behind that?
So A Dance of Colors, it's a combination of many series. It's a celebration of life, especially after the pandemic. I wanted to have something fun just to display my work. Usually my work, they all have positive messages behind. Strong and deep, sometimes stories. I like to create stories around my work. You can tell from how I play with black and white, and then the clashing colors and the patterns on one part of the painting. So it balances them. There's a lot of contradiction and a lot of positive messages out of these. Yeah.
And it's showing down in DIFC.
DIFC Gate Avenue, yes.
And was it interesting, I guess, being in lockdown for so long and then to have a show? Were you apprehensive about people coming? I guess, like, to encourage people to get out of the house. Be like, look, you can do something different. It's a little bit social distance. It's a nice thing.
It's nice. Actually, you know, I postponed this show a couple of months, but then I was happy. I've done it in August. I've done the reception also, and then the people, you know, they want to go out. We want to see the art physically. We want to mingle and talk about our you know, people love art, and then when they read the stories, and it's always nice to see how they look at my work, what they take from it. So it was really nice. I was very happy to have this solo show finally after a year of waiting.
What is, I guess, the art scene like in Dubai? Do you see a lot of familiar faces? Do the shows take place in similar places, or is it quite unique and spread out?
Yes, actually, you know, the community here is really nice. It's growing, and it used to take. There are places like, you know, Al Serkal, you know, DIFC, and Al Koz now. So there are places where the certain events always happen, and we wait for that for months. It's you know, the scene is growing. Dubai offers a lot of opportunities, a lot of events happening, a lot of exhibitions. Yeah.
What's big on the art schedule this year that you're looking forward to?
So there's unfiltered actually. It's in November, and
where is that?
It's here in Dubai Harbor. It's 24 to 27, and then there's World Art Dubai, but that's in April. In Dubai, there's also Art Dubai.
Yeah.
It's in October. It's not October or November.
I'm not sure.
November. And there's World of Fashion. I'm taking part of that in
Interesting.
October. Yes, they are adding like art, technology, and fashion. It's
amazing.
Yeah.
So a lot of big events before the end of the year.
Yes, October is full.
And you'll have an exhibition at.
And my exhibition is still running. It's still September.
And at World of Fashion, you'll have an exhibition there.
It's not an exhibition. It's a one day. It's a talk, and then my NFTs will be on display.
Amazing.
Yeah, that would
so
be
cool.
Nice. Yeah.
If people want to, I guess, see more of your work, how can they do that? Or get in touch with you.
Yes, definitely. And my website, I have all my work on my website, the NFTs, the limited editions, and the physical paintings, acrylic paintings, originals. Yeah.
Amazing, guys. If you want to buy a piece of art from the first ever Arab female artist to get into the NFT world, you can do so. Get in touch. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe, wash your hands. We'll see you then. Guys, that is a wrap for the Lovin Daily. We are back same time, same place every weekday morning. And of course, don't miss the Lovin Show every Tuesday where I chat with Dubai personalities. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have a great day.